Hi, I'm Carly Levin with the LegalTech Fund. Ahead of the TLTF Summit this November, I'm meeting with each of our advisory board members to talk about what they're watching in legal tech and what they're excited for the summit. So today I am joined by Caitlin Vaughn from Goodwin. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for being on the advisory board.
My pleasure, Carly. Thanks for having me.
First, how did you get into the world of legal tech, and where are you focused today? What's within your remit?
I honestly find that it's funny that I've stumbled into legal tech. One of the reasons that I'm here is that I spend a lot of time thinking about how lawyers learn and grow. And as a result of that, legal tech is central to what I do, even though nothing in my title or in my remit makes obvious connection to legal technology. As the managing director of talent development here at Goodwin, my job, as my tagline says, is to help others be great at their jobs. And right now, there's nothing more important for teaching our lawyers than thinking about how they are going to become AI savvy, AI embedded, and changing the way that tech enables the work that our lawyers and our professional staff do.
Excellent. So from the seat that you sit in, what are you watching? What is the trend that you're focused on this year? It's been amazing because so much has happened. It feels like every week there's an avalanche of news, but what's top of your mind?
What's top of my mind? I'm actually going to take a small but elegant question. One of the things that we've been talking a lot about internally is how technology and the tech stack that each firm is utilizing is going to impact our talent recruitment strategies. Because the more customized and the more in-house build you have, and the more unique your tech stack is, the more likely it is that it's going to be hard for you to bring in lateral talent, and how you upskill that lateral talent changes dramatically from the way that we've historically done it, where we've assumed that one laptop is a lot like another laptop in terms of lateral hiring. That's not going to continue to be true in the current environment on the sort of trend line that we're currently seeing.
That's really interesting. And I know Chicago just published their AI strategy a couple weeks ago. And one of the things that they noted, which I liked, was that they want to teach students how to learn how to use technology and how to upskill, because they know the technology is going to keep changing. But that feels similar, that if you've pigeonholed and you've made it very, very specific to your firm, it's going to be hard for anyone to move.
And that's obviously a choice that each firm is going to make. And I think one of the things that is interesting in that space is just being very cognizant of the impact that that has, and thinking about what our response as a firm needs to be to ensure that when we're investing in talent, whether it's entry-level talent or lateral talent, we're doing so with a very conscious effort to ensure that they're going to be set up for success from the moment that they get here, making sure that we're upskilling them on whatever we're doing that's unique to our firm, understanding where they're coming from, and making sure that we are thinking about that next step of not just the technical legal skills that you have, but the technical IT skills that you have.
So that's this year. What is your biggest, boldest prediction if you look out 10, 15 years? What will the landscape look like? What will your job look like in the future?
That's a really good question. I think one of the questions that is central to the work that I do at Goodwin, and that is central to the work that talent professionals do in this space, is the tighter partnership that's going to evolve between talent professionals and IT professionals. I think that we're going to see that those two things, which in many organizations have been quite siloed, will become fused as as the need for human in the loop technology and the need for training and development in a tech enabled way becomes completely intertwined.
And I'm guessing you're already seeing signs of that now.
Absolutely. So we're seeing that already. My team collaborates very closely with our digital and technology and knowledge and innovation teams. And I think that we're going to continue to see that. But I think the way that we've worked historically, where we've been on a more consultative basis, it will feel more like a true, 24/7 type partnership, which I think is really cool because it's reflective of the way people actually do their work.
Looking ahead to the summit, what are you most looking forward to at the summit? What will you be talking about the summit? What conversations are you looking to have? And what tips do you have for folks attending?
I love that the summit brings together many different individuals with many different types of expertise and different backgrounds, all of whom share a common goal, which is harnessing AI to positively transform the legal ecosystem. And I think that that's a really cool place to be because that cross-functional alignment is really important to me as it broadens my thinking and conceptions of what is possible, and also allows me to bring that human factor more centrally into the conversation about tech. So there's a real give and take there in terms of the work that we do. What I'm really looking forward to this year, and tips for the program, is making sure that you go outside of your track. So there are multiple tracks within the summit programming, and the way that you learn about what is going on in areas that are totally outside of your area of expertise is making sure that you're in the room where that happens. So making sure that you're really mixing up the opportunities there and asking lots of questions. If you don't know what someone's talking about, ask to have a follow-up conversation. Make sure that you're connecting with people individually outside of the formal sessions.
Yeah, one topic like that last year that I heard from so many different people was a lot of folks who attended the summit had never heard of a law firm MSO prior to attending the summit, but suddenly it was on everyone's radar because they sat in those sessions and learned a little bit. So I don't know what the hot topic will be this year, but that was one last year.
Absolutely. And I feel like sometimes you can't predict in advance what that hot topic is going to be, but the more sessions you go to and the more different types of sessions you go to, the more likely it is that you're going to catch wind of what that is.
Yeah. And then as you think about education, upskilling, and new technologies, what surprised you? What surprised you as new associates come in or as laterals move over in the world of technology in law firms?
I don't know if it surprised me, but one of the things that I think is really interesting and cool about the moment that we're in is that there's so much opportunity for us to have reverse mentoring because we have our more senior attorneys who are tech proficient and judgment wise experts. And we have our more junior attorneys who are tech experts and who are honing their judgment. And so the opportunities that we've had to make those mutually advantageous connections and mentorship opportunities is exponentially more exciting than they were 5 years ago. It feels much more give and take and mutual in a way that is really good for everyone involved.
I love that. I love that. The junior person can say, actually, here's a way to do this easier, and the senior person can share their judgment and expertise.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining today. And most importantly, thanks for being a member of the advisory board and helping to shape the content and experience for the summit.
My pleasure. Looking forward to seeing you there.
See you in November.